Welcome back to Always All Drive. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? So, what are we doing today? We are taking that through that, and I absolutely cannot wait. We chucked on a couple of new all-terrain tires, which I will go through. There's so many flies in a moment, but I am so excited to answer the age-old question that, again, no one has asked. Is the bog absolute standard X5 any good off-road? Let's go. You reckon?
Yeah. You won't need it. No.
Yeah.
Bloody. Take it easy.
As you can see here, I've also got all of my recovery gear. If you're interested in understanding what exactly I bring, I'll put a link to my last video that details exactly everything that's here. Started to try, and I haven't actually tried it before, is hill descent. One of the leftovers from Land Rover on BMW, bought them in the 90s. So there's a bit of a hill here, and I'm actually going to give it a go. So let's see if it's any good. Got hill descent on. Okay. Does it work? Ooh, okay. I'm not touching the brake, not doing anything. Okay, you know what? That's not bad at all. Not even touching the brake, doing anything. Very handy feature. Hey buddy, you started me, I started you. Right, I saw a snake. Frankly, one more snake than I like, but let's see how she goes up this hill climb. Low range. Now there's no low range here, but I do have my hill descent. And look at that, like my feet, like look, my feet are like here, and it's just very slowly negotiating this down. This is remarkable. Wow, I don't have to do anything. I'm impressed. Like, I know on the camera it doesn't look that steep. This is quite steep, but I'm not doing anything again. My legs are up here. Just let the car idle down. Staggered, absolutely staggered. This is fantastic. I love like all the cool wheeling and off-roading, especially after Cape. After spending almost a month in Vietnam, got to say it is absolutely fantastic to be back in the Aussie bush again. 6-foot track is just always one of my absolute favourite top spots to do, as you know, a shakedown. I think the last time I was here was when I checked out old mate's BYD. So if you want to see how that went, I'll also put the link down in the description below. But yeah, just check it out. Everyone seems to be sponsored by Kumho these days. I've got something that looks like Kumho. The old King's battery charger. So I actually use this to charge my GoPros and stuff like that. No, I'm not sponsored, but just to show you don't necessarily need everything Kumho. Well, enough of that. We're here to hit the road. We've got a couple of washouts here. Let's see how this goes. Keep it nice and easy. Come on, you mighty machine. There we go. Look at that. Come on, hill descent. Work your magic. Oh, love it. Honestly, underrated feature of the X5, the old hill descent. Doing the old beep to alert any fellow traveller. Like the big beamers here. There were no travellers. Now this is getting a bit more off-roady. Fresh. Oh, that is rusty water, I'm not gonna lie. So my only concern is this big rock in the middle here, but I think I'm just going to try straddle on the right. I reckon going a bit of a left and then power out. So let's see how she goes. I'm kind of keen for this actually. there you have it, a bit of right boot, and away she goes. Hung up on something, and I think it was like one of these rocks here, but also incredibly slippery too, especially when you go through the water. So, I mean, you try to avoid right boot when you can, but that engine, whoa, does that not sound so good? Oh mate, wasn't the only one with a V8 off-roader out here in the bush. How good is that? The last big. So I'm going up these hills right now, and I kind of wish I had like an extra gear between first and third. First is just too short, and third is almost too long. It's either I'm really working the motor or I'm almost stalling. More importantly, we've arrived to my favorite climbing spot. It's a lot steeper in person. Last time I was here, I actually took the territory. First time I saw the locker. Now the X5 has a bit of a pretender center diff, so we're going to see how this goes. DTC mode on. Let's see, first day hill climb. Looks a bit more rutted out than last time, but we'll see how we go, eh? Okay, so it doesn't like that. Slowly. Look at that! Just a little bit, but wow. Hey legends, I want to talk a little bit about the tyres that I purchased. So for those who follow my socials, I recently chucked on a pair of Kumho AT52s. Now, they actually don't look hugely big, but if you check out this comparison, look how much the difference from stock to these ones. Now, I really struggled to find any information online on the tyres that you can fit. So the way I did it, I actually purchased a cheap regular tyre for 70 bucks used. I chucked it on the wheel, turns out worked perfectly. So then I spent $940 at temporary tyres to get them all replaced. Even though they are one size up, it doesn't affect the speedo. It doesn't even have any rubbing or anything like that. These tyres are fantastic. But frankly, because I don't think I've let down enough air, that's probably why on this trip I've been spinning out a little bit. But honestly, I just want to show you guys that you can run a really cool and a proper 4B all-terrain tyre on your BMW and have some chunky tread on it as well. You will notice though is that on the rear it does sit the wheel a bit more inset. That's because I used to run staggered wheels, now I don't. Now in the future I will actually be looking at upgrading the wheels to something with a better offset and run a lot more chunkier tyres. But I'm on a budget here, and for 940 bucks, frankly, you can't go wrong. The wind is picking up, but I'm determined to try and make this hill ascent look a little better. a bit for the Team X5. Well, that's actually really interesting. I'm used to, on the territory, letting go on the throttle a lot more before the ABS system kicks in. On the Beamer, you have to actually give it a bit more, even though it feels like you might actually be giving it too much, you're not. So that's a very interesting observation between the territory. So I haven't really talked about what I've done to the car before hit the old 6-foot track. I put in big tyres, and that's it. That's literally it. I've changed the oil. I haven't even changed the transfer case oil, which I really should. I haven't even done anything. There's no lift. There's no guards being cut, no modifications. There's literally the Kumho AT52s, 255/60/18, just remember that, on basic box stock BMW wheels with offset 60, with offset 46. Basically the worst offset wheels you could possibly get on any car, in my opinion. Look where we are, look where we are. It's done really well. You do have to work the xDrive a little bit. I think that's my biggest learning lesson on this. I like to learn a bit more about that. Oh, the hill descent. Wow, what a piece of technology. It really works. I'm used to my cars not really having everything working, but the hill descent works remarkably well, and you can use the cruise control to modulate going up to 7 k's an hour or go a bit more slower than that. So I'm really impressed. One thing I will have to be honest about, fuel. I'm a little scared taking this overlanding long journeys with fuel. I mean, I'm looking at my fuel gauge now and I'm almost at a quarter. I refueled at the start of this, and if I check my little journey computer here, I have so far done 54 k's, consumed 25.7 litres per 100. Yeah, it's she's a thirsty girl, put it that way. I actually think the Territory is amazingly better than this. Alright legends, there you have it. In the stock BMW X5, go off-road? Absolutely. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. I'm really keen to